the greatest video hits. Stand-up spotlight in 30 minutes, only on VH1.
Joseph Cart has the capacity to get inside the person's soul as I've never seen anybody do before.
The Art of the Portrait. In Toronto, Yusuf Karsh.
James Stewart, yes. Lovely face, Claude, and such a face. Isn't that a face that has lived?
If a woman is afraid to wear a fur coat, my God, for what else can she stand up in line?
Still a controversy. Furs or no furs?
They say it's really the fabric of a nation.
The blackness.
Thank you. Some of the best music in the world has come from black college campuses, and the United Negro College Fund is helping to keep that tradition alive. So please call now and make a contribution to the United Negro College Fund.
Thank you very much, Sounds of Blackness. We really appreciate your support. You know, each year, a number of talented and hardworking people come together to make this telethon possible. Now, there's one man in particular whose commitment to the United Negro College Fund and the Lou Rawls Parade of Stars is unparalleled. I'm talking about the Vice President of Corporate Affairs for Anheuser-Busch Companies, my man, Mr. Wayman Smith III.
Thank you, Lou, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to be here once again on behalf of the United Negro College Fund. As you know, Lou, the UNCF raises funds for 41 of America's historically black colleges and universities. It's a national organization, and because of its high visibility, the UNCF helps keep the nation's spotlight on education.
You know, it also encourages minorities to pursue a college education, and we know how important that is.
That's right, Lou. In today's high-tech society, a college education is essential even for most entry-level positions, and the competitions for those jobs is getting stiffer every year. That's why I'm proud to be a part of UNCF's effort to help young people get a college education.
And believe me, we are glad to have you on the UNCF team. It's a real pleasure to introduce a gentleman who has served our country as a member of the United States Congress and who now serves as President and Chief Executive Officer of the United Negro College Fund.
It's an honor to work with a man of his caliber, Mr. William Gray.
We are doing what no other colleges can do, not just polishing diamonds in the rough, but taking raw material, coal, and turning it into diamonds. Never before have so few schools done so much in changing the face of black America. Although they make up only 3% of all U.S. colleges, the schools graduate 34% of all black Americans with bachelor degrees and 43% of all black Americans who go on to earn PhDs. And when they graduate, UNCF students succeed. Although 95% of UNCF students come from blue-collar families, 9 out of 10 graduates land management or professional jobs. Like Harvard and Yale, UNCF colleges have diamonds, and we make them more brilliant. But UNCF colleges do what others cannot do. We take a lump of coal and turn it into a diamond.
At age 16, this young performer has already worked with musical giants like Prince, Quincy Jones. You know, he's got a great future in front of him, and I'm sure that includes going to college. Let's have a big hand for Tevin Campbell.
I'm very, very happy to be here tonight because the UNCF is one of the most important organizations I know of. It gives minority students a chance to go to college and make something of themselves. I hope you'll join me in supporting the United Negro College Fund. Make a pledge today. Hey.
Thanks, Tevin. That was great. All right, a message now from the United Negro College Fund.
Historically black colleges are more relevant today than ever before. Stepping stones providing confidence, high quality, and ethnic diversity. Black colleges have been educating black men and women for over a century, providing the nurturing environment that they need to excel in.
I've had people who are in schools, professors, hold their hand out and say, listen, I am a black man and I am pushing forward. Let me reach back and help you.
What's more, ethnic diversity is significantly higher at our colleges. Nearly 19% of all students at black colleges are not black, while at all other U.S. colleges nationwide, just 7.5% are black. Our colleges will be a rich resource in dealing with a complex and culturally diverse world that demands integration.
There's plenty more great entertainment ahead.
Yes, indeed. Coming up, Frank Sinatra, Joe Public, David Hasselhoff, the group In Vogue, and the Harlem Boys Choir, and there's a whole lot more, folks.
Now, don't go away, and don't forget to call in your pledge to UNCF. Speaking of pledges, let's see how things are going at Telethon Central.
Thanks, Ed. Welcome back. I'm Thelma Hopkins at Telethon Central. This portion of the Lou Rawls Parade of Stars is brought to you in part by American Airlines. It's time to announce the American Airlines Pre-Tel Getaway winner. And the winner is Robert Horan of Aurora, Illinois. Congratulations. Yes, that is wonderful. Now it's time to check the tote board for our first national total of the evening. Let's see how America has been pitching in so far. And it is... Whoa, $257,352, and this is a truly fantastic beginning, but we've got a long way to go to reach our goals. Now, I know we can do it if everyone does their part. That means picking up your phone and making a pledge. Remember, your contribution to the United Negro College Fund is an investment in America. It will help some of the finest and most deserving young people in our country achieve a higher education. We all must make the effort for the sake of our future. Now, if you're concerned about a strong future for America, call the number on your screen and give whatever you can to UNCF. You can use your Visa, your MasterCard, American Express, or Discover Card to make your holiday gift. Lou Rawls will return in just 5 minutes with the Oak Ridge Boys, the outrageousness of Christopher, the vocal talent of Robert Guillaume, Dionne Warwick, and over 50 more incredible entertainers, all dedicating their time and efforts to UNCF. But first, let's take a quick check with your local stations.
Deserving students should have the opportunity to earn a college degree, but not all do. Many can't afford rising tuition costs. The United Negro College Fund works hard to keep education affordable. Donations support 41 private, historically black colleges and universities. Your generosity means college degrees for a new generation. These students are America's hope, America's future. UNCF. Changing the world, one degree at a time.
From Los Angeles to your hometown, welcome to the local portion of the Lou Rawls Parade of Stars Telethon. Tonight, join your hosts, Sam Riddle, Larry Carroll, Thelma Hopkins, Jane Kennedy, Sam Rubin, Chuck Henry, Rico Reed, Elena Reed Hall, Cindy James Gossett, Larry McCormick, Nina Blackwood, and Jamie Foxx as they invite you to support America's hope, America's future. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Larry Carroll and Sam Riddle!
Good grief.
Welcome back, everyone. Larry, it's a pleasure to be here with you and the great entertainers who have come out to support the UNCF tonight.
A pleasure indeed it is. We are all here on behalf of the 52,000 students who attend UNCF colleges and universities.
And the thousands of others who deserve a college education but cannot get one without your help. With more about how the UNCF helps, here's the president, William Gray.
People are discovering that whether it's science, technology, or business, UNCF is leading the way to a more competitive America. UNCF colleges have been training grounds for some of America's best and brightest in areas that have kept our country strong. Our colleges alone produce more than 1/4 of all physics and chemistry bachelor degrees, 21% of all those in mathematics, and 17% of those in biology. At Xavier University in New Orleans, a state-of-the-art pharmacology lab keeps students abreast of new developments. Tuskegee University turns out a significant portion of the nation's black engineers. And Clark Atlanta University graduates more black MBAs than any other school in the country. In fact, 30% of UNCF students major in business. UNCF colleges continue to build the sharp intellects that our nation will need to succeed in the global marketplace.
One way our viewers can help and actually increase their donations is by having their employer match their gift.
You can increase your gift to the United Negro College Fund if your employer matches your donation. And here's how. Your telethon host will give you a list of matching gifts companies. Now, companies not listed may still match gifts, so ask your personnel office, because your donation can mean even more for the UNCF. So remember, matching gifts.
Some of the companies participating in the Matching Gifts program are right behind the IBM Corporation, Pacific Telesis Foundation, and UPS Foundation. Find out if your employer is a participant, and if they're not, get them involved. It's tax deductible, and it's all about America's hope and America's future. Sam.
Thank you, Larry. Sure, we have some of the biggest stars in the business lending their support to the UNCF, but the stars are really all of you out there. I'm with some very, very special stars right now. They are people that have already raised at least $1,000. Tonight, they are calling their friends, relatives, and business associates to raise even more. Let's meet some of our star panel right now. Elaine, how are you tonight, Elaine?
Yes, fine. How are you?
Thanks for raising already $1,000. Who have you just talked to? You're calling people right now. If they're watching, tell them to stand by for a telephone call.
Okay, I talked to Victoria Adams and Susan Atkins, and they are pledging, and the phone calls are doing very well right now.
Keep up all the good work, our star panel tonight. Larry.
Now, watching and pledging during tonight's telethon not only has its rewards for thousands of deserving young people, it can also mean a fantastic trip to Hawaii, Mexico, Disneyland, or Europe. The contest is called the American Airlines Flyaway Challenge, and here's how it works.
Win a fabulous vacation with the American Airlines Flyaway Challenge contest. We'll give you the names of 7 UNCF colleges and universities. List 5 of the 7 on a postcard with your name, address, and a phone number. Send postcards only to Flyaway Vacations Challenge, 2001 Ross Avenue, Suite 1500, Lockbox 113, Dallas, Texas 75201. Entry deadline February 12th. The drawing will be held February 25th. Travel restrictions apply. Stay tuned for clues and details on prizes.
Let's get our first local total.
Okay, our local total is, the first one for the evening is, let me see it. Let me see it. It's $7,500. A great start, a phenomenal start. But we have a long way to go, right, Larry?
Absolutely.
Parade of Stars is brought to you by our founding and national sponsor, Anheuser-Busch Companies, makers of Budweiser.
Country music has become one of the most popular sounds in America, and our next performers are one of the reasons why.
That's right. Joining us now from Star Plaza in Maryville, Indiana, is one of the hottest groups in country music today. Matter of fact, they've been around for a while, folks. We're talking about the Oak Ridge Boys.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. All right.
Hello, Lou. It's good to be here from UNCF.
Thank you, Oak Ridge Boys. You know, the Parade of Stars is brought to you in part by Nike. Now, with more on what the United Negro College Fund is all about, here is film director Spike Lee.
Yo, Mike, do you know how you defy gravity? Do you know?
Yes, Morris. I overcome the acceleration of gravity by the application of my muscle power in the vertical plane, thus producing low-altitude Earth orbit.
Man, Money, that's some serious smarts. Where you learn that?
In school, Morris.
Mr. Jordan, do you have something you'd like to share with the rest of the class?
Yeah, don't be stupid. Stay in school.
Do what Michael Jordan says. Stay in school!
In just a moment, Joe Public from the Apollo Theater. But first, a message from the United Negro College Fund.
Where you come from has a lot to do with where you're going. Just look at the Fortune 500. Some of their top executives got their education at UNCF colleges. UNCF alumni are changing the face of corporate America. There are men like Morehouse graduate and IBM Federal Systems President Arthur Johnson, who oversees the production of the state-of-the-art information systems for clients such as the Defense Department and NASA. There are women like Nations Bank Executive Vice President Veronica Biggins, a Spelman graduate and one of America's leading female banking executives, and graduates of Clark Atlanta like Dr. Retha Clark King, Executive Director of General Mills' $45 million foundation, and Coca-Cola Senior Vice President Carl Ware, who oversees Coke's operation in 44 African countries. It just makes good business sense to invest in the United Negro College Fund.
I'm Telma Hopkins at Telethon Central. This portion of the Lou Rawls Parade of Stars is brought to you in part by AT&T. The sound of phones ringing means that people across the country are responding to all the great entertainment that's on the show tonight. We're only a little over half an hour into this year's telethon, so let's see how America continues UNCF support. The latest total is... All right, $630,841. That is a great start, but it's only the beginning. Back to you, Lou.
You know, for many years, the Parade of Stars has had the support of national radio networks. Tonight, for the first time, the radio special is hosted by three of the top radio personalities in the business. Let's hear from them now.
Thanks, Lou. Hi, I'm Walt Baby Love, host of The Countdown. When you support the United Negro College Fund, you do even more than help deserving students further their education. You support America's future. Please call now.
Hi, I'm Angela Stribling, host of Top 30 USA. For young people with lots of potential but limited resources, UNCF has been there to help. We can make dreams come true for some very important people, the leaders of tomorrow. Won't you help too?
Hi, I'm Tom Joyner of Tom Joyner's on the Move, and I attended a UNCF college. So did my wife, my daddy, my mama, my grandmama, my granddaddy. My sons do now, and I know firsthand the value of a quality education and the difference that UNCF can make. So help us make that difference, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. So won't you call right now and make your pledge?
And we got more than one phone.
UNCF schools are renowned for helping young men and women reach their fullest potential. And that's why our next guests say they are big UNCF supporters. They're 4 dedicated musicians from Buffalo, New York, who are proof positive that hard work and persistence really do pay off. Well, as that song says, live and learn. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Public.
Oh, yeah. Joe Public is in the house. 2 times, so check it out. You got to live and learn. You got to live.
All right, Joe Public. Well, you guys are really something. I really appreciate you coming in tonight. But first, that's from my daughters.
Ooh, thank you, daughters. We wanted to be here tonight because tonight, while we sing about the lessons you learn in life, we know there are a lot of lessons to be learned in the classroom. We want to see our generation get the most out of life by getting a college education. And that's why we're here tonight. We want everyone to help the UNCF help young people to get the education they need. So everybody, pick up the phone and call now. And this is coming from Joe Public from the heart. So peace, y'all. Pick up the phone. Come on.
All right. Joe Public, thanks again. Thank you very much. And now back to Lou.
Good great, babe. Thanks a million. It's time once again to hear a message from the President and Chief Executive Officer of the United Negro College Fund, Mr. William Gray. Okay, Bill?
Thank you, Lou. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I want to share with you some compelling facts. They tell a different story about black America than is often heard on the evening news. Fact 1. More black youth are graduating from high school than ever before, an astounding 77%. Fact 2. More black youth are participating in college than ever before, an all-time high of 1/3 of black high school students. Fact 3. A record number of African American youth are making historically black colleges the college of their choice. Enrollment at our colleges has never been higher, with a record 25% increase in the last 5 years, twice the national average. Tonight, we need your help to ensure that our colleges can meet this great demand for a college education. If you do, you will not only help empower a new generation of young Americans, you will help empower our nation. An investment in UNCF is an investment in real opportunity for youngsters and our nation, a nation whose economy increasingly will depend on the skills of disadvantaged youth. Help us give black colleges what they need to produce the engineers, the scientists, the doctors, the teachers, the business leaders, and all of the professionals who will keep America strong in the global marketplace of the next century. At this very special time of the year, I urge you to give the gift of education. It is a gift that will change a young person's life. It will change our communities and our nation. And it is a gift that will last a lifetime. Won't you call and pledge your gift right now? Thank you very much.
You know, our next guest is no dummy, but he likes to hang out with a few. Actually, he's got one of the most unusual and outrageous variety acts I've ever seen. Well, I tell you what, see for yourself. Please welcome Christopher.
Let me tell you all a little story. Nothing quite like it before me. It's all about a man I know who decided one day to be a one-man show. Didn't have any formal education, just a wild imagination and a wrench, saw, a hammer and a drill, and a whole lot of spare time to kill. He's not your average guy. How he got this way, no one knows why, but he's a man with a plan in effect to rock the world in a way that you never expect. So open up your eyes. I know you think you see five guys. Look real hard for the real thing. And while you're at it, remember one thing. It's the man in the middle who'll rock just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock just a little. The man in the middle's gonna... He's the man in the middle and he'll rock just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock just a little. The man on the side rock right on time. Yeah. Now, I got my crew ready to throw down one more verse for y'all. You ready? Yeah. Oh, let me hear it. I'm never out of step, and I'm never out of line. I'm hanging on a pole with these friends of mine. No one can follow me, because I rhyme too fast. I was made in USA, and I'm built to last. I got more moves than the NBA. I never get rusty on a rainy day. I'm always in control, and I'll tell you one thing. I'm not just a puppet on a string. I'm running the show with no rhyme or reason. I'm seasoned, I'm pleasing, I'm never out of season. I got it going on, and I'll tell you what. I got soul right down to my aluminum butt. Yeah, and that's the whole story. Nothing quite like it before me. And before me and the crew have to go, I want to hear the horn blow. The man in the middle's gonna rock it just a little. I'm the man in the middle, and I'll rock it just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock it just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock it just a little. The man on the side rock right on time. I'm the man in the middle, and I'll rock it just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock it just a little. The man in the middle's got an evil little wiggle, little sizzle, make it jiggle, send a tickle through your spine. The man in the middle's gonna rock it just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock it just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock it just a little. The man on the side rock right on time. The man in the middle's gonna rock it just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock it just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock you just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock you just a little. 'Cause I'm the man in the middle, and I rock you just a little. The man in the middle's gonna rock you just a little. The man in the middle just rocks you a little. The man on the side rock all the time.
I'm pleased to introduce a longtime supporter of the United Negro College Fund. Appearing for the 8th consecutive year, please welcome my good friend from Kellogg Company, Tony the Tiger.
Thank you, Marilyn. I'm here on serious business today. I'm urging all my friends around the U.S. to make a contribution to the United Negro College Fund. Many deserving young people need our help to get an education. So let's join together to save young minds. Call now, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Tony, you hear that? The phones are ringing right now.
Oh, that's great. And remember, folks, you can make a difference. If you haven't made a pledge, call now.
Thank you, Tony. To all of our friends out there, call right now and give your pledge directly to the great Tony the Tiger. And now, more about the UNCF.
Today, America needs people who can master more than writing, reading, and arithmetic. We need citizens who understand international cultures and business practices to help us thrive in a global marketplace. When it comes to international business, Gretchen Cook speaks the language of success. It was at UNCF's Spelman College that Gretchen Cook learned to speak flawless Japanese. She has used that skill to launch her own consulting firm in Washington, D.C., and also works with a major Japanese newspaper.
I have opportunities open to me these days that my grandmother didn't have. And I am extremely excited, and I take advantage of every opportunity that comes my way.
Because of the pioneering programs in international disciplines, students like Gretchen Cook have a head start in their professional lives.
Please welcome a great singer who's made a haunting impression as the Phantom of the Opera. He's also a talented actor and a very good friend of the UNCF and a good friend of mine also. It's always a pleasure to welcome Mr. Robert Guillaume. Thank you a million, man. That was really great, man.
Thank you, Lou.
That was far out. Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, Lou, I'm always happy to visit my friends over here at the Parade of Stars because there's nothing more important than getting a good start in life on your education. Now, and the UNCF is helping so many young people get the education they'll need to succeed. I want all of you out there to call in now and make a generous donation to the United Negro College Fund. Let's make this the biggest total in the history of the Parade of Stars.
Hey, that's happening. Yeah, buddy. Robert Guillaume, ladies and gentlemen, please. Yeah.
Thank you, Robert Guillaume. What a performance. Now, here at Telethon Central, the phones are really starting to take off. Our volunteers are waiting to talk to you and take your pledge. Every dollar you donate to the United Negro College Fund will help to create new opportunities for deserving young people. And now, a message from the helpful people at Walt Disney World. Take it away.
At the Magic Kingdom, we savor the marvels of our children as they discover a world of creative fantasy. Hello, I'm Bob Billingsley, Corporate Director of Equal Opportunity Programs at the Walt Disney World Resort and on the board of Bethune-Cookman College, is supported by United Negro College Fund. Our goal is to help willing and able African-American students get the opportunity to fully develop their potential and unleash their creativity. So please, give generously. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
And our latest national tote is... This is so exciting. $825,367 all right now. We are on our way, but first a quick check with your local host. Take it away, local.
unable students to attend college, UNCF has sharply increased the number of institutional scholarships by 36% since 1986.
A college education is probably the single most important thing a young person needs to get ahead, but today it's not affordable for many of America's youth.
When I found out it would cost like $10,000 a year to go to college and to get a degree, I had no idea how I could finance that.
More than half of all UNCF students come from single-parent families earning less than $25,000. UNCF has helped many of our most at-risk students. Students like Erman Hervey, who was born in the Mississippi Delta and arrived at Edward Waters College with only $25 in his pocket. Erman now teaches college mathematics at Edward Waters College. Students are facing increasing hardships and achieving the dream of a college education, but with your support, UNCF will be there to help them.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sam Riddle, back with Larry Carroll.
You know, Sam, it'd be hard to imagine what the world would be like without UNCF. For many, it would mean a dream deferred. Now, through the years, UNCF has helped millions graduate with degrees ranging from political science to mathematics. In fact, UNCF schools educate nearly 1/3 of all African Americans who hold bachelor degrees in math and physical sciences. If not for UNCF, the doors of education would slam shut on many deserving students. Keep UNCF strong. Call 1-800-552-5212 or the local number in your area and make a difference.
Larry, another way to make a difference is to have your employer match your pledges. Some companies that are participating in the Matching Gifts program are Metropolitan Life Foundation, Warner Lambert, Xerox Foundation, and Toyota. If you're not sure if your employer is matching gifts, talk to them about it and get them involved.
The UNCF also depends on the involvement of its local sponsors, and just some generous donations have come from Southern California Edison, General Motors Minority Dealers, and Chrysler Minority Dealers.
There are so many companies that invest in UNCF-funded colleges and universities. A special thanks goes out right now to each one of our national sponsors. These companies realize that students are America's hope, America's future.
Now, as promised, watching the show tonight has its rewards. Here are the fantastic prizes that you can win by entering the Flyaway Challenge Contest.
When you enter the American Airlines Flyaway Challenge Contest, you could win a 5-night stay in Maui, Hawaii at the Aston Ka'anapali Sands with a budget rent-a-car for the entire stay. A 3-night vacation in Acapulco, Mexico at the Fiesta Americana Condesa, or a 2-night stay in Anaheim, California at the Quality Hotel and Conference Center with a 2-day pass to Disneyland. Or you could win 4 tickets to anywhere American Airlines flies. So call in your pledge today and stay tuned for details.
Now watch for the Flyaway Challenge clues later. Now, for the matter at hand, let me hear those phones ring, people.
Remember, we're talking about America's hope, America's future. It's as plain as dollars for scholars. So call 1-800-552-5212. Call now.
And if you're in the 213 area code, call 856-4044. In 818, reach us at 982-9000. In 714, call 220-3900. And if you're in the 310 area, the number is 671-7111.
It's easy to pledge. You can even use your Visa or MasterCard, your American Express, or Discover card. Larry, why don't you get ready for the tote while I see what some of the other generous donations are tonight. Chuck, who do you have right here? Thank you, Chuck. Van Scott, Van Nuys pledged $20. 20 helps. John Smith, Santa Monica, $25. Gary Gottlieb, L.A., $25. We've added that to the tote board. And Larry, tell us what's happening.
Before we go back to Hollywood, let's see how we're doing. Tote board. Here it comes. $9,500. Great, everybody. Wow. Keep it coming.
Wow, coming up, Dionne Warwick, Burt Bacharach, David Hasselhoff, and more. Now back to Lou and in Maryland.
Take care.
Tuition and fees at a UNCF college in 1990 was $4,657, less than half of the $9,351 average charged by private colleges nationally.
The 13th annual Lou Rawls Parade of Stars continues with Burt Bacharach, Dionne Warwick, David Hasselhoff, and many more.
Welcome back. This portion of the 1992 Parade of Stars is brought to you by Kellogg's.
If you haven't made your contribution yet to the United Negro College Fund, now would be a good time to call. So pick up the phone and make a pledge to the UNCF.
That's right, Marilyn. We need your support, folks. Right now, it's time for a check at Telethon Central.
Thanks, Lou. I'm Thelma Hopkins, and on behalf of Kellogg's, we're here at Telethon Central as the calls are picking up, honey. We're just into our second hour of support for UNCF. Our latest total is $825,367. Let's go, because that's just the beginning. Yes. Indeed, it is wonderful that you are giving any amount that you can to support higher education. Now, direct from Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, it gives me great pleasure to introduce two incredible talents.
Don't take the song out of my life. Let me sing the words that mean everything more.
The world is changing. The United Negro College Fund schools are changing too. They're preparing young men and women to succeed in the 21st century, giving them the tools that will give them and America a competitive edge. By doing this requires money. That's why I'm urging you to join me in supporting the United Negro College Fund. I'm Burt Bacharach. Thank you very much.
And now here's a man who understands the importance of the United Negro College Fund. He's Senior Vice President of Kellogg Company, Mr. Joe Stewart. Hi, Joe. How are you?
All right, Lou. Good seeing you again. W.K. Kellogg, the founder of Kellogg Company, once said, "Education offers the greatest opportunity to improve one generation over another." During the 8 years that Kellogg Company has been a major sponsor of this telethon, I've had the opportunity to visit UNCF schools and to see the many students who are being encouraged by our contribution. Students who are working hard to make the most of the support they receive from people like you and companies like Kellogg. I'd like you to meet one of these young people. We came to Jarvis Christian College, a UNCF school, to meet Phyllis Yvonne Mathis. For Phyllis, the day begins very early. A job in the school cafeteria helps pay expenses.
My parents emphasized that whatever you want in life, you have to work for it. You have to want it bad enough to go out there and get it yourself.
That positive attitude has made Phyllis an excellent student. A 3.7 average, National Dean's List, and very importantly, she's on an academic scholarship from Jarvis Christian.
Without their assistance in offering these opportunities, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't really be in school because as far as my family financial situation is, I really couldn't afford it.
With 11 brothers and sisters and a close family, Phyllis needed the right opportunity to develop her real potential. Jarvis Christian is providing that opportunity.
What are some future uses?
The small classes, the one-on-one personal attention from the professors and instructors, the chance to live and grow in a close-knit academic community, and the opportunity to share common goals and strong positive values with her fellow students. For Phyllis, these are long and challenging days. As part of her scholarship obligation, she even has a second job in the dormitory office. But as hard as Phyllis has to work, none of this would have been possible without Jarvis Christian and UNCF.
It really opened up the door for me. They're providing me the opportunity to go to college.
I think this young person has a bright future. And at Kellogg, we believe the future is better for all of us because of students like Phyllis Mathis and schools like Jarvis Christian. I hope you agree. So please join us by giving your support to UNCF.
You've seen our next performer on the great show Knight Rider. Now you're seeing him on the show Baywatch. Hey, you know he's a real lifesaver, and we're happy we could get him to come in here tonight from the beach to sing for us. So please welcome Mr. David Hasselhoff, my buddy.
Thank you very much. The song is called Freedom for the World.
Look at the madness, the faces of sadness, the people.
Freedom for you and me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Big hand for the background singers. The Flames.
David, thanks for being here. Hey, really great, man. I didn't know you could sing like that.
Well, I'm just trying to get a release here in the States, but we do okay overseas.
I understand, internationally you are, what's happening. But I really want to thank you for coming in and joining us, man. It's really a pleasure.
I just want to say, the theme of Night Rider is one man can make a difference. And if you believe in yourself and you keep a positive attitude and never give up, your dreams can come true. And if you are blessed, it is your obligation to give that blessing to somebody else. So you at home, you can make a difference. Support the United Negro College Fund. Send in some money.
All right. Right on, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, baby. All right.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Cheers.
David Hasselhoff, the Night Rider, on the bay, sitting on the dock of the bay. Yeah, buddy. Thanks again. Now, with more on what UNCF colleges are doing, here's the President and Chief Executive Officer, United Negro College Fund, Mr. William Gray.
The future of our children, improved international relations, and education are among some of the important issues we face today, and they are the ones taken on by some of our distinguished graduates. In the early 70s, Marion Wright Edelman created the Children's Defense Fund, which today is the most powerful research and lobbying group for disadvantaged children. Dillard University alumnus Andrew Young has served as the mayor of Atlanta, as a United States congressman, and as the United States ambassador to the United Nations. Marva Collins, the founder of the famed West Side Preparatory School in Chicago, is a Clark Atlanta University graduate. At her school, students once labeled troublesome, even incorrigible, are graduating with a high-quality education and high self-esteem. These are but a few leading men and women who have emerged from our historically black colleges committed to doing good for our nation.
Let's welcome back the Senior Vice President from the Kellogg Company, Mr. Joe Stewart. Joe?
Hi, Lou.
All right, partner.
Lou, for 8 years, I have been privileged to present more than $7 million in Kellogg support to the UNCF. This year, I've invited my colleague, Jim Scott, Kellogg's Director of Division Sales in Cleveland, Ohio, to present our 1992 contribution.
Lou, it's a great honor for all of us at Kellogg's to join you, other corporations, and the many kind people in your TV audience who are helping young people get a better education. Before presenting our 1992 contribution, I want to say that Kellogg's commitment goes far beyond our cash contribution. Tonight, more than 350 Kellogg employees all across America are answering telethon calls. So from all of us at Kellogg Company, we think that UNCF is great, and I am pleased to make Kellogg's contribution of $1 million.
Boy, that's really good. Now, I call that a commitment, And I want to thank you, Jim Scott and Joe Stewart, and that big old tiger from Battle Creek. I got to tell you, this is really great.
Thank you. Okay, Lou, thank you. Our next guests are two very talented teens who are last year's teen champions on a TV show I've grown to love, Star Surge. The UNCF welcomes the sister team of Colton and Colton.
You do it. All right, girl. Come on. Ah, yeah.
Hey, that was really superb. That was fancy stuff, you know?
Thank you. We just wanted to be here to encourage everyone to make a donation to the UNCF.
All right.
Yeah, it's really important that kids who really want to go to college get the opportunity to do so.
That's right, you know, and that's why we're here tonight. So please support the UNCF's 41 historically black colleges and universities. Now let's go to Telethon Central and see what's going on over there, see how we're doing, okay? Yeah, baby.
Thanks, Lou. The United Negro College Fund represents 41 private colleges and universities who provide quality education for over 45,000 men and women. If it weren't for the UNCF, many of these people would have been denied a college education. Yet, UNCF cannot do it alone. They need you. Any amount will help. $5, $10, $20. Give what you can. Why don't we check the tote board to see just how America is doing? It is $1,285,048. That is great, but it's only the beginning. Come on, America, keep those phones ringing. Make your holiday commitment to a higher education. Call now and give to the United Negro College Fund. You can use your Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover Card to make your pledge. Don't go away because the entertainment will continue in just moments. Coming up, we've got a classic medley from the Boys Choir of Harlem, the acoustic mug of Me by Me, and direct from Broadway, the 5 guys named Mo. The stars have just begun to shine on the 13th annual Lou Rawls Parade. But first, let's check in with your local host. Bye-bye.
At UNCF colleges, 90% of the students receive financial aid. Still, the average amount of unmet financial need is more than $2,000 per student.
Welcome back to the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes portion of the Lou Rawls Parade of Stars. Joining us this hour from Telethon Central, she's just coming down the hallway right now, is back. Telma Hopkins, you look absolutely beautiful tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here tonight. You know, Kellogg's company knows an investment in the United Negro College Fund is an investment in America's future. By the year 2000, 1/3 of all Americans entering the workforce will be from minority groups. The majority will be African American. The job market will also require that the majority of employees have college educations.
The UNCF is working to keep our workforce strong by providing educational opportunities to all those who seek them.
Now pick up the phone and invest in America's hope, America's future. You can charge your donations to your Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover Card. Get your card out and make your tax-deductible donation right now.
Larry, how are our star panelists doing over there?
They are doing fabulously well, Sam and Telma. As you know, these special people behind me have already raised at least $1,000, and tonight they're calling their friends, their relatives, business associates to raise even more. We're going to meet some of them right now. Evelyn Anderson, how's it going back here?
Going fine. I have a lovely challenge from Linda Cunningham, and she works at Martin Luther King, and she is challenging all the Martin Luther King employees, and she has donated $100.
Fantastic. That's good news. Thank you very much, Evelyn. David Flowers is with us. David, you're on the phone right now. Can you talk for us just a second?
Yeah.
Who you been talking to tonight?
Well, Harold Sparks from the Serving Spoon restaurant, who donated and makes a donation every year. Plus, he's one of the persons who help us put on a fashion show for the tribute United Negro College Fund. So
anybody who's been to Harold's restaurant who eats there, call in. We're doing great over here. Sam?
Yeah, Larry, and don't forget, we're going to like 25 markets all around the United States, including BET. So remember, everyone, making a pledge to the United Negro College Fund is easier than ever. Just charge it to a major credit card.
You can use your credit card to make your tax-deductible donation to the United Negro College Fund. Feel free to charge donations with your Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover card. Just have card number and expiration date available when you call, and call now.
You may also send your tax-deductible donation by mail year-round. Just send a check or money order to this address, the United Negro College Fund, 500 East 62nd Street, New York, 10021. Larry?
Thank you, Sam. A number of companies will be matching donations made by their employees. So when you receive your pledge card from the UNCF, take it to your personnel office, and your employer will match it. Some of the generous companies with us tonight making matching gifts this evening are American Airlines, just flew them in from Chicago, Kellogg's, and GTE Company. So if you don't see or hear your company's name, take the initiative. Get them involved on your own. Thelma.
Well, Larry, we have to pledge if we want to make a difference. Now, here's another exciting way to make a difference, a special gifts pledge.
One way to donate to the United Negro College Fund is the Special Gifts Pledge. The family plan for $500 would cover the cost of a year's worth of books and supplies for one student. The organization plan from any group or organization is a $2,000 pledge to cover the cost of a student's room and board for one semester. The business plan for $2,500 from any corporation would cover the cost of a student's tuition for one entire semester. So when you make your pledge, tell the operator it's a special gifts pledge and call now.
You're watching us here on KCOP in Los Angeles by calling 213-856-4044, 310-671-7111, 818-982-9000, 714-220-3900. Now, as I mentioned, BET is watching the Lou Rawls Parade of Stars right now, as well as from Brunswick, Maryland, Casco Cable, WETM in Elmira, New York, Paragon Cable in Jamestown, New York, KFSN, Fresno, California, Monterey, Salinas, Peninsula, Monterey, the cable systems are KLBK, Lubbock, Texas. I grew up on radio there. KTRE, Lufkin, Texas. KXIV, Salt Lake City, Utah. WDKY, Lexington, Kentucky. KFVS, Cape Girardeau, Missouri. And WHIO, Dayton, Ohio, as well as many, many more. As you know, this is the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes hour of the telethon, and we have with us from Kellogg's Mr. Eddie Sykes. Eddie, come on in here and welcome very much to the Lou Rawls Parade of Stars.
Welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Eddie, I understand this is the 8th consecutive year that Kellogg's is a major sponsor of the telethon.
Yes, it is. Over the last 8 years, the Kellogg Company and its employees have been proud to contribute more than $7 million and thousands of hours of volunteer time to the Lou Rawls Parade of Stars telethon.
There's a lot of support. How do Kellogg people volunteer?
Tonight, more than 350 Kellogg's volunteers are answering the telethon telephones all across this country.
That's very impressive. So why do Kellogg Company and its employees give so much to UNCF?
Well, oftentimes, financial barriers keep young people from achieving their full potential through a quality education. This telethon and the UNCF schools are opening doors of opportunities to thousands of talented and deserving